Hey guys, this is Shadow Slayer. I'm bringing you a little bit of a deck profile. This is going to be my deck, which is Dragunity's. This is the post Hidden Arsenal 4 deck that I am playing now. It's doing very, very well. Um, it's not that bad of a deck, not that bad at all. I'm going to go over some of the main things this deck does and what some of the new Hidden Arsenal 4 cards can bring to this deck. Everybody knows about the whole what Dux does. Dux allows you to bring a level 3 or lower Dragon type tuner, Dragon type Dragunity from your graveyard and equip it to them. Well, you get Phalanx, you start the whole Phalanx combo, which that's the basis to getting out Vajrana. Just about everybody knows how that combo works nowadays. Well, along with that, you have the Legionnaire and Atlas combo. I'm playing 2 of each, 3 Duxes, 3 Phalanxes. Legionnaire has the same ability as Dux. He can pull a dragon back from, level 3 or lower Dragon Dragunity back from the graveyard, which is great for his effect with Atlas, so he can pop 2 cards, or even his effect with Phalanx to special summon, sync her up to a level 5. The meta decks that topped at YCS, Charlotte and Anaheim, they were playing 2 Atlas, 3 Legionnaires, but since this is post Hidden Arsenal 4, I've done a little bit of a deck change to it. And it's working out very, very well for me. I've added in a couple new monsters to the fact, and those will be, start off with this guy. This guy's Dragunity Milotin. He is a 4-star 1700 winged beast that says that once per turn you can select 1 card in your spell and trap zone and special summon it. Awesome, awesome, awesome card. Especially if you pair it up with this guy. This is Dragunity Pylum. He's a 3-star dragon. No, he doesn't work with card reconnaissance, but, well, he gets the job done. He's a 1400 dragon tuner that says that when he is normal summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower dragon, winged beast Dragunity from your hand. So you know what? Summon him. Special summons this guy. Due to his effect, he gets equipped to your Milotin. Well, now you can activate Milotin's effect to special summon him right back to the field. Hey, look, you have a 7-star, which can be Black Rose Dragon, Scrap Archfiend, or one of my personal favorites that's my turn 1 play, Dragunity Trident, which I'll get into him a little bit earlier. People overlooking him because of the fact that he was hard to do in the previous format, but with these new cards, well, he's getting pretty good. So I play 2 Milotins, 2 Pylums, and it's working out very, very well for the deck. And that's my basis for my monsters. Well, why aren't I playing effect failures? After adding the new Dragunities in it, it's just a whole speed factor into it, so I basically have them side decked. As for my spell and trap lineup, well, let's go ahead and get started into that. I'm playing Monster Reborn, naturally, Book of Moon, Giant Trinade, 2-Pot Avarices. Main reason behind this is because of the fact that I can mill out my deck so incredibly fast, and I need to cycle back through my Vajranas and everything else. So basically, I'll send Vajrana, I'll send Dux back, and I'll even send Milotin back. That way I can start the whole combo over again. Dark Hole. 3 Terraformings, it's a must-have. 3 Dragunity Ravines, it's the speed of the deck, it really is. Gravekeepers might have Necro Valley, but by far better field spell. 2 MSTs, helps for destruction, and this is where a lot of people, where I've changed things. I'm playing 3 card reconnaissance. 3 Phalanx, 3 Atlas. I noticed that I'm ending up, sometimes I'm stuck in my hand, or I'm getting card reconnaissance without the ability to ditch. So I just went up 1, that way I can cycle through my deck a lot faster. And that is basically how my spells work. It's working out pretty well. It's doing pretty fast. Now, as for my traps are a little bit different than what most people would run, mainly for the reason that I just recently got back into the game after selling all my stuff, which I was kind of stupid for that, but that's another story. The way I'm running my traps, Call the Haunted, it's overlooked, yes, but it's not a bad card. It could help you synchro into that level 8 or even level 10 if you so desperately needed it. Torrential, Mirror Force, 2 7 tools. These guys are really coming in handy against Samurai's double-edged sword technique, or their little solemn judgment that they have for themselves. It's really helping in that. 2 compulsories. These are my solemn warnings. Yes, it doesn't negate the summon and it sends him back, but you know what? If your opponent exceeds himself and over summons or basically overworks himself, I can send that Synchro monster back to the extra deck and all that work was for nothing. And I'm playing 2D presents. Not that bad. They're definitely coming in handy for the first turn Stardust, amongst other things. And that is basically it for my deck, guys. The deck is very consistent. It's working very, very well. And as for my synchros, once again, I'm just getting back into the game. I don't have everything. I'm missing a Scrap Dragon, and I'm also missing a Canister. So in its absence, I'm playing Vortex. Vortex, he's a little underlooked, but he's not bad. He takes a tuner and one or more non-tuner Winged Beast, which I can easily do with a Legionnaire and a Phalanx. He says that when he's destroyed, he can special summon a Winged Beast from your deck. Well, that could be the 1700 Milotin, and that'll allow you to get another one from your back row. So he's proven kind of useful. Android, gotta have the life gain. I've only got 2 Vajranas, but the deck is working out very, very well without them. Since I'm playing 2 Pot of Avarices, I can cycle back through them pretty fast. 1 Gayderg in a tough spot, he comes in handy. Even if I don't have another card in my hand, I can search out an Aklys or another Dragunity card that I might need and just go ahead and ditch it right there to set myself up for next turn. Playing 1 Gaia Knight. He's a pretty beat stick. He's not bad. 2600 for a 6-star. The only other biggest 6-star besides that, which we all know and miss, was Goyo. He shall be missed. That's basically for my 6-stars. I'm not playing Baronic just because of the fact that I see myself milling out my hand enough as it is, using Ravine to abuse it the most I can. So I'm not even going to worry about him. I'm playing 1 Black Rose. It's an easy card to come across, especially if you do the Milotin Pylum combo. There's an instant 7-star, and speaking of that, that makes this guy a lot more playable. This is Dragunity Knight Trident. Trident says 1 Dragon Tuner plus 1 or more non-tunered Winged Beast. Well, I can get this guy into the field first turn using that combo I told you about a couple minutes ago. Milotin and Pylum. He says I can send up to 3 cards from my side of the field to the graveyard to remove and send to the graveyard your opponent's extra deck. Okay, if I can do him first turn, pop 3 cards. Well, guess what? I just got rid of your legendary 6 Samurai Shiens. I've got rid of your Scrap Dragons. If I'm going up against a Dragunity deck, I'm getting rid of your Vajranas, which is going to greatly hinder your ability and your strategy for that deck. So you're going to have to redo what you think, unless you have a Pot of Avarice, because you won't be able to special summon these guys back from the graveyard, which is just really helpful. Thought Ruler, he's my MVP for this deck. I don't know why, just because of the fact that he can negate a spell or trap that's aimed towards him and him alone, and that the fact that, well, he's a 2700 beater. They could use legendary 6 Samurai Shien to clash into him, or they can, it's just like, I choose him over Stardust Dragon. Because, no offense, Stardust Dragon's awesome for a first turn and all, but he's got more attack, so you can't clash into Stardust, But, speaking of Stardust, I do play 2. It definitely comes in handy, especially for the Trident Dragon plays. I play 1 Red Dragon, that feeds me 3 dragons, that way I can get the Trident on the field. I'm playing 1 Chimera Tech. You gotta have it for machines, come on. 1 Colossal Fighter, this is your beat stick against Samurais. It really, really is. And last and not least is Trident Dragon. This guy has proven to be even more useful than I thought he was going to be, and even easier to get on the field now that I'm playing Call of the Haunted amongst the other new cards. But that's it for my extra deck. Yeah, alright guys, that is it for my deck. It is extremely consistent. Very, very consistent. I'm not complaining on how it's running at all. My extra deck, I'm still working on it. 2 Banishers, 2 Malevolent Catastrophes, Super Poly, and Draco. Hey, he's coming in handy against Samurai, so I'm not complaining about him. I need to get 1 more Effect Veiler, 2 Cyber Dragons, 2 Electric Fires. I'm missing 1 more Puppet Plant, and Master Strict. So that sets my extra deck at 13 right now. It's doing very, very well. I'm really glad with the consistency of it. As I was saying, You don't need expensive cards to build a good deck. You just need to know how to build a good deck. I mean, there's ways to get around it. Compulsories work the same as Solemn Judgment. It lets your opponent feed out what they're doing, and then hey, I'll send it back. The only thing I'm really missing for the main deck is I need the Solemn Judgment, but I'll get one of those soon enough, so I'm not really worried about it at the moment. But yeah, guys, that is it. I hope you guys like my deck profile, and make sure to comment on it. You can also follow me on Facebook, so look for me there. This is Shadow Slayer, and I'm out.